The very basic difference between the terms isotope, isotone, isobar and isomers can be obtained from the name itself. So we would be understanding how the keywords P, N, bar and mer helps you understand the basic difference between these terms. But before we begin with each of these terms, let's understand the structure of an atom. Now, structure of an atom is a very simple structure where you have neutrons and protons in the nucleus, and surrounding to that you have the shells where electrons move. Now, this whole structure of atom is important because even if there is a slight variation in it, you would have a different structure that would be seen. Now, isotopes basically imply that you have the same number of P, that is protons. Now, as in the case here, we have three molecules. We have protium, we have deuterium and tritium. Now here, as you can see, in the first case, I can write it as H11, that is hydrogen with one proton, okay, and the total atomic mass is 1, so number of neutrons becomes 0 here. In the second case, it is H21, that is you have one proton and the total mass is 2, so that means you have one neutron, so 1 plus 1 is 2, and H31, which is tritium, you have two neutrons and one proton. But in all of these three, as we can see, how many protons are there? So you have one proton in each of those, and therefore they are called as isotopes. I repeat again, the word P here is as simple as it. So P stands for proton, and isotopes means the three atoms that we are comparing would have same number of protons. So very clear. Coming next is isotones. So here we have N. So N stands for neutrons. Now this would mean that we have same number of neutrons. I have taken three different examples here. The first example is carbon. So you have C614. The second example is nitrogen. So I have N715. And the third example is oxygen. So I have O816. Now in each of these, as you can see, the number of protons here are 6 protons. You have 7 protons in the case of nitrogen and 8 protons in the case of oxygen. Then we have the atomic number that is given. So 14 minus 6 implies 8. 15 minus 7 implies 8. And 16 minus 8 implies 8 again. So that means all the three, the atom of carbon, nitrogen and oxygen that we are taking would have 8 neutrons. So 8 neutrons in each of these, and therefore they are isotones. That means they have the same number of neutrons. So easy again, you have N here in the word isotone, and therefore it means there is same number of neutrons. So we understood isotope with same number of protons, isotone with same number of neutrons. Now, protons and neutrons combined, what would it give? It would give the atomic mass, and this atomic mass is the weight, as you can understand, or in other words, it's the bhar that we call in Hindi, or the relative word here would be bar. So it's isobars, and therefore what is same here? Here you have the atomic weight that would remain the same in three of the cases. So I have a case of argon, I have a case of potassium, and I have a case of calcium. So C4020, potassium 4019 and argon 4018. Now here, as I have already mentioned, I have the number of protons, so 18 protons. In the first case 18 protons, in the second case 19 protons, and the third case you have 20 protons. Now we can calculate the number of neutrons again. 20 neutrons, you have 21 neutrons and 22 neutrons, but the total of the neutrons and the protons would be 40 in each of these cases. That means the atomic weight is same, and therefore you would have the isobars that are there. So this was isobar. The next is again a very important term, and that is isomers. Now isomers we would go into further detail in our upcoming lectures, but the idea here is isomers have identical structures which are the composition remains the same, but the structural arrangements are different. Now these structural arrangements can vary based on certain number of considerations, and because of that you also have the properties that would vary. So we would be focusing on three types of isomers, just to give you a broad idea about what are the different kind of isomers. However, we would be touching this topic in detail in the later classes. Now here the first case that we have taken is a geometric isomer, and this geometric isomer, which is also known as diastereomers, have either a cis or a trans arrangement. Now cis or a trans arrangement in case of 2-butene would be very simple. So I can start with carbon arrangement 1, 2, 3 and 4 all on the same side. So same side of the double bond, we say it is the cis arrangement, and trans is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is transverse. It's across both the sides of the double bond. So you have the double bond here, and on either side of the double bond, if there is an arrangement, it is trans. If all the carbon is present on the same side of the double bond, in this case, in the case of 2-butene as we have seen, it is a cis. So same side is cis, opposite side is trans. So that is one form of geometrical arrangement or the geometrical isomer. The second is a structural isomer. Structural isomer, that means I am trying to explain butane. So I have 4 carbon. So what I can do is, as we did in the first case, I can arrange the 4 carbon in a series, or I can arrange 3 carbon, and with the 3 carbon I can have another carbon that could join to a carbon which is lying in the middle of that, and that is the isobutane structure. That is again an arrangement which is different. So the number of carbon, the number of hydrogen in both the cases remain the same, but the structure in which it is arranged is different, and therefore it is a structural isomer. So arrangement of the 4 carbons here and the arrangement of the 4 carbons here would vary based on the structure that is there. Another way of depicting an isomer is enantiomers, and this is as simple as that. I can say I can put a mirror here, and this is a mirror image. So if it is fluorine, bromine and chlorine, it would be fluorine, bromine and chlorine. So it would be just a mirror image of one over the other, and this is known as enantiomers. So that is another term, which is another variety, we could say, of isomers that are there. So those are some of the important terms that we have understood. I recap again. Isotope has P, so same number of protons. Isotone has word N, so same number of neutrons. Isobar has bar, that means the atomic weight. And isomers are those which have the same composition but different arrangement. There could be variation in the geometric arrangement, variation in the structural arrangement, or there could be a mirror image that could be seen. We would be covering many further interesting lectures in chemistry. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day ahead.